Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer on the newest update to Claude Code, version 2.1.214. Look, if you spend your days doing any kind of automated, agentic work, building workflows where AI acts on your behalf, this is absolutely a critical maintenance release you need to understand. We're going to break down exactly what's changed and why it makes your working environment significantly more secure and, honestly, just way more stable.
Because, let's face it, when we're talking about AI agents in our dev environments, developer trust is literally the ultimate currency. You need to know exactly what your tools are doing behind the scenes. And that brings us to the core story of this update. This entire release basically revolves around one thing: the AI asking for permission. It's all about taking away the guesswork and ensuring that Claude Code absolutely doesn't execute commands without you explicitly giving it the green light.
Okay, let's dive into our agenda. 1. The unflashy but crucial update. 2. The big theme: permission hardening. 3. Closing the 4 security gaps. 4. 4 powerful new features. 5. Fixing windows and background sessions. And 6. The takeaway.
Section 1. The unflashy but crucial update.
So, you aren't going to see some massive, flashy announcement with a slick marketing video for version 2.1.2114. But if you rely on this tool day in and day out, this release matters immensely for your workflow stability. The devs really focused on 3 core areas here: closing critical permission check gaps, introducing some great new observability tools, and fixing a very long list of platform-specific bugs. It's basically a foundational patch designed to make your daily operations smooth, predictable, and safe.
Section 2. The big theme: permission hardening.
To define what we actually mean here, permission hardening is the systematic closing of security loopholes. Before this update, there were certain edge cases where Claude Code was kind of slipping through security checks and executing actions without explicitly prompting the user. Obviously, that's a situation no developer wants to deal with. This patch is specifically designed to catch those edge cases and enforce a strict ask before acting policy across the board.
Section 3. Closing the 4 security gaps.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how a seemingly simple rule was previously getting totally misinterpreted. Take the old behavior for directory access scoping. If you had a rule like edit src/star, the intention was to restrict write access only to the src directory directly under your current working directory. But instead, it was basically auto-approving writes to any folder named src anywhere in your entire file tree. That old flaw is completely fixed now. The new behavior correctly and strictly enforces the secure local working directory restriction.
Beyond that directory scoping fix, they actually patched up 3 other major vulnerabilities. Second on our list, there was a specific permission check bypass happening in Windows PowerShell 5.1 sessions that is now officially closed. Third, the Bash permission analyzer had a few blind spots that were patched up. And fourth, container tools like Docker and Podman got much tighter controls. Commands carrying daemon redirect flags like -URL, -connection, -identity, or Podman's remote mode now absolutely require a permission prompt before running. No more slipping by.
Actually, I want to highlight a really surprising fact regarding those Bash blind spots we just mentioned. The analyzer used to get totally tripped up by file descriptor redirects and extremely long inputs. Now, Bash commands over 10,000 characters will always prompt you instead of just running automatically. Additionally, ZSH variable subscripts inside comparison brackets are no longer treated as just inert text, and certain help and man invocations that could sneak in command substitutions have been completely locked down.
Section 4. 4 powerful new features.
So the crucial point is that alongside those fixes, we also get some amazing new capabilities. If you use AI agents, you know this exact anxiety, right? You execute a long-running tool call and your terminal goes completely silent. It's literally like waiting for a text back that never comes. You're left staring at the screen wondering, is it still actively working in the background, crunching massive amounts of data, or did the whole thing just hang entirely? It's incredibly frustrating to just sit there waiting and hoping.
Well, you can say goodbye to that silent terminal anxiety for good. The solution is this brilliant new feature, the Progress Heartbeat. During extended tool operations, Claude Code now provides a periodic feedback signal. It's a simple, elegant little tension relief that lets you know your long-running processes are alive and actively crunching away.
The second new feature is the EndConversation tool. Claude Code now has the explicit ability to terminate a session if a user is being highly abusive or attempting a jailbreak. What's kind of fascinating here is that this capability isn't totally new to the broader ecosystem. It has actually existed on the main Claude.ai interface since 2025. But now that same self-preservation and boundary setting logic has been brought directly into the Claude Code terminal environment. Our third feature update revolves around observability with OpenTelemetry or OTel improvements. If you're out there analyzing logs, you know correlation is everything. OTel log events now include 3 brand new attributes. We've got message.uuid and client request ID to help you perfectly match requests to responses, and tool source, so you know exactly where a tool's action actually originated. Also, to give you even more control, they've added a new environment variable, Claude Code OTel Content Max Length, which lets you configure the 60 kilobyte truncation limit on content attributes.
The fourth and final new feature is a massive quality-of-life improvement for memory file tracking. Memory files now include an ISO-modified timestamp directly in their front matter. If you manage complex projects over time, you know how absolutely vital it is to track when entries were last updated, and this simple addition makes querying and organizing your agent's memory infinitely easier.
Section 5. Fixing windows in background sessions.
Let's move on and see how this builds a better experience across different platforms, particularly Windows. A significant chunk of this entire release is dedicated to providing relief for Windows users. We've got fixes across the board. Unicode encoding errors in PowerShell? Fixed. Issues with UTF-16LE file write stemming from redirect operators? Resolved. They've also fixed those incredibly frustrating PowerShell tool hangs that happened when a child process got stuck waiting on standard input, as well as Python scripts crashing due to encoding errors. If you code on Windows, your day-to-day experience just got a whole lot smoother.
Background sessions also received some major stabilization love. Have you ever had idle sessions keep your worker processes alive indefinitely, just silently draining your system resources? Yeah, that's been fixed. They also resolved daemon socket conflicts that happened on shutdown, fixed the inability to delete sessions using the Claude ARM command, and patched a super annoying bug where conversations failed to restore simply because an unreadable folder existed somewhere in the session store.
Section 6. The takeaway.
So to sum it all up, this is the kind of release that might not get a flashy announcement, but it matters a lot. It really is these unflashy updates that form the true backbone of reliable, secure AI workflows. When your agent asks for permission properly, when your logs are easily traceable, and when your terminal doesn't just hang in the background, you stop fighting your tools and start actually building.
So, what does this all mean for you? This new level of trust and observability fundamentally changes automated workflows. Your agent is now rigorously restricted to the directories you specify, and it absolutely won't execute massive scripts without your clear say-so. To truly harness these new guardrails, you should definitely visit claudemaster.net to read the full manual or check out the official GitHub repository for the complete changelog. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I'll leave you with this final thought. With these powerful new boundaries solidly in place, how much more confidently and expansively will you deploy AI agents in your daily tasks? Go update your environment and build something amazing.